Talk about this, guys. Because this is the reason why people are going to think, oh, he's out of OTK because the allegations are true. Okay, let's talk about it. How are you supposed to feel if a guy is abusive and makes you cry, then shoves your head on his crotch and demands you suck him off, and his excuse is, emotion just turns me on when you cry? Or when you're asking you don't feel comfortable doing something sexual and he records you and demands you stop making faces and pretend you like it? Or you say you don't want to do it anymore and he shoves your head down until you throw up? This one's really rich considering that you were farming that I had a micro penis mere months ago. So that's really funny. Guilt trips you into giving blowjobs and says, do your job. You don't pay rent. I took you to a water park, so you owe me. And all you can do is sleep upstairs because you know what he's going to keep telling you to do. Now, I'm not sure what walking up a flight of stairs does, but all right. He doesn't touch you, doesn't have sex with you, just keeps you around as a blowjob machine and degrades you. Makes you feel ugly, don't wear baggy clothes, straighten your hair, at least wear eyeliner around the house. Your self-worth is totally crushed. I hate that people warned me. I didn't listen because I was so manipulated. I hate that I was lied to and another girl who went through worse was trying to come forward. We're going to talk about all that. Me and her are good now, but I should have listened. When you're in it, you're blind to reason. I see comments that are worried. You dodged a bullet? No, I didn't, because that bullet went straight through my shoulder. I see comments that are worried about it, and I just want to let y'all know I'm out and have my own place, and I'm safe. Don't worry to anyone. I've been taking it one day at a time since this. All right. Let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. We're going to talk about everything. You ready for this? Now, this whole thing that people bought into, that people believed, in case you don't know, she's been schizo posting about me for 4 months, right? For 4 months. She has been consistently schizo posting about me for 4 months. It's wild. If you think this is the only post she's ever made, there's actually even more. Yep. It's very unfortunate. Okay? Now, if people were to read this for 2 seconds and have any prior knowledge of her previous tweet history, they would realize that this post is completely contradictory and is a bold-face fucking lie. So, let's go ahead and touch on this. Let's talk about everything. So, he doesn't touch you, doesn't have sex with you, and keeps you around as a blowjob machine and degrades you. First of all, I've never degraded you. I never have, never will. And the other reason is pink. You understand why I would not have sex with you. As a victim of sexual assault and rape myself, I had trauma when it came to having sex. This is a known fact. I have told you this from day one. I've also said, if you can't handle it, it is what it is. I don't want to apologize for being raped and being scared. Now, I would like everybody to know, over the course of the past 4 months, I have since gotten over that. So, I would say, talking about things is good. Is that why you called her your roommate and never your girlfriend? No, I have said I am never doing another public relationship ever again. Now, here's another really fun one. And this is the real big one, okay? Guilt trips you into giving blowjobs and says, do your job, you don't pay rent. I took you to a water park, so you owe me. Pink, you implied that I was paying you to suck my dick. That is not true. You know that's not true. What you would do is, you would go upstairs, you would record your OnlyFans, and then you would beg me to suck my dick. You say that I would say, do your job, you don't pay rent. This is factually untrue. Here is you paying fucking rent. Not one time, but multiple fucking times. That is you paying fucking rent. And now what you might be thinking is, oh, well, maybe those are just edited screenshots. Well, then if you're not happy with my word, allow me to show you your own. My trauma with Tectone. I have been Tectone's roommate for a year now, and I can say he is one of the most understanding, kindest persons I have ever met, and contrary to popular belief, I do pay rent, Lamau. When I met Tectone, he was hurt by massive betrayal from the people he trusted. And I'm blessed that he trusted a friendship with me despite all he's been through. He is patient, and even with my neurodivergence, has always made sure my mental health comes first. I couldn't ask for a better friend, and it makes me angry seeing so much misinformation aimed towards him. He's a good person that cares about his friends, loves his cats, helps smaller creators, cares about people from every background, and has your back. If people want to hate on me because of my association, well then, good riddance. People who shit on my friends are no friend of mine, and that goes for content creators too. To everyone else, much love and respect. June 9th, aka 1 month, 1.5 months before our second breakup. Pink, before I made a post and I said I would give you 2 weeks, you no longer have 2 weeks. You have 24 hours. You have 24 hours. You are going to delete your post and you are going to apologize. Yes, Pink and I broke up not once, but twice. And Pink, I don't think people should know. I really don't think people should know why we got back together. I'll be real. This shit makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to have all this aired out in public. I mean this genuinely. I want to move on. I want you to leave me the fuck alone. Stop posting about me, delete your message, and apologize because the harm that you have caused me. The harm that you've caused me is insane. Apologize for being proud of how good of a partner I was. But that is something that I pride myself in. And that is something that I feel heavily betrayed when that comes into question. I am not going to sit here and have my life ruined because one person on the internet decided to lie. Now, what's insane is that, full disclosure, we have ads. Great. How long are these ads? Jesus. Dude, I fucking have like no ads on my whole channel. Dude, I'm hoping that with me gone, they'll get some. Dude, I'm hoping that with me gone, they'll get some sponsors. Cause like, man, I was a PR nightmare, wasn't I? I was a PR nightmare. Legit a PR fucking nightmare. That's why I'm so glad like all these Chinese mobile games want to sponsor me. Cause like they just don't care. I'll be real. Every American sponsor that I had, like they pulled out. Right? They pulled out over this shit. I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of money. And the direct cause was what I was accused of on Twitter. I lost a lot of money. But man, these Chinese mobile games are just like, eh. So you gonna play Raid Shadow or what? It's so funny. Cool. How do you manage to still have hope in relationships with women after all these failures? Well, okay, so you have to understand. I have been in my first relationship was 3.5 years, and it was with a girl named Paola. She actually lives in this town. Maybe I'll do a video where I talk to her. But we were very good to each other. Things went really well, and she was getting to the point where she was so obsessed with me that she was going to ruin her life for me. And I said, well, I just can't do that. And well, the drug cartel got involved, and that was a whole mess. And that relationship was still pretty damn good. Then there was another girl called Elena. I dated her for probably about 6 months. That went really well, but then the long distance, we couldn't handle it. Yeah, there's another chick called Gretchen. That went on for a little bit. She was great. Didn't want to do the long distance. Handled it. Then there was Frame. That one was honestly pretty good for the majority of it. And then there was Pink, which was also pretty damn good for the majority of it. I'm not going to judge something based off of the tail end of it unless it is an anime. And then I'm like, yeah, well, Attack on Titan might have been good for 40% of it, but man, that ending was fucking garbage. You know, but I think I've had a very enjoyable experience in the majority of relationships that I'm in. I'm not like a bitter, scorned ex. I don't know why I see so much positivity in things where other people don't, and it's kind of a shame. And I don't like it being soiled that way. It's really sad. And I think people really confuse themselves on how good a relationship was just because it's over. And maybe it's because they want to cope and they want to say, oh, I don't miss him. Calls Emiru a bitch and complains about her not talking enough on the podcast, even though she talks much more in real life. I am very much looking forward to being on my own island. And I'm going to be real, guys. If you thought that I was out of control previously, the limiters are now off. I have no one that I have to fear being held accountable for my actions anymore. I am going to be ripping and tearing into anyone and everything. Upon his exit from OTK, Tectone sends a pot shot to Extra Emily, calling her fake, says Bruce drop him off, straight up hates white people, and calls Emiru a bitch for not talking enough on their podcast. We've gotten to the point where it no longer matters what the truth is. It only matters what people want to believe. And you know, say those things, but yeah, the content's important. I believe Extra Emily's fake because I don't think anybody can be that good of a human being. And also, me calling Emmy a bitch is a joke, and that's how friends talk to each other. And I called Bruce a racist and hates white people because fuck he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what else you want me to say. Like, that's just like the fucking truth, and I'm pretty sure he knows that.